Alright, we've set up a spy team. Yep, we got a spy unit. Okay. Sending a unit out to the supply depot. Sure. Here we are. Supply depot. New stage. It's pretty cool. And again, it's where the MGS3 aesthetic kind of really shines with the color palette and stuff. You can definitely tell, yeah, this area could definitely be an MGS3. It's also quite a bit larger and more complex than any of the areas so far.
Huh? What was that?
What was that indeed? Why don't you come and check it out? Yep. Just, nope. Don't worry about me. Unless you want to worry about me. You want to, oh, you're like an officer man? Hey, officer man. Why don't you come over here? We had a lot of fun with you guys when we dressed up as Rykov. And now we're going to have a lot of fun with you in our van. We're going to just kind of shimmy him off there. We're just going to kind of shimmy you off here too. Just, yep. There we go. Yeah, that is true. It's kind of surprising that there's not more methods for capturing dudes in this game, since it is so integral to the gameplay. That is something that later Big Boss sequels would get better with, but then you would lose things too, like there wouldn't be unique characters like this game has. So it's kind of, you know, it's really weird that the games really took this direction. MGS4 is going to feel kind of like a weird outlier in that regard, in that it's kind of just a straight up... Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. We're gonna toss you over here. In that MGS4 is kind of just more straightforward. And it definitely makes... Again, I keep talking about Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Very excited for that because I really miss the old style of games. I really miss the MGS 1, 2, and 3 style. Oh, hi.
Breathe.
Alright, what's down here? You can see there's a lot of verticality and complexity to this level. Some of these levels are pretty good. I like them more than areas we would get in games that came after this because they're just, you know, they're Metal Gear levels, man. They're hallways. It would be cool if there were unique moveset soldiers in Peace Walker and V to give you kind of Resident Evil Mercenaries feel. That would have been really cool as someone who likes Mercenaries quite a bit. That would have been awesome. A shame that they never did that, even when there were... Oh. Hi. Even when there were plenty of opportunities to. Oh, hey. Look at this. It's a messed up wall texture. Oh, hi. Can't get in there. This game does that? This game does that to an extent. There are some characters with unique weapons and such, but I would like to see them kind of go, like, all out with it. You know, it's kind of strange that... Because Metal Gear Solid 4's Metal Gear Online also did it to an extent. But you know how, like, MGS2, Snake and Raiden have completely unique movesets? Like, their animations are completely different. It's weird we never went back to that, you know? Even in games that let you play as Snake and Raiden, at least some form of Snake and some form of Raiden, they would all just be using Snake's animations from here on out. I don't know. Feels like a bit of a missed opportunity. Oh, look at that. We've got a little icon on the map there. Where is that? Is that just this ammo? I think it might just be this ammo. That's not what we want to see. We don't care about the ammo. We don't need the ammo. You can still hang off of ledges also. You can also crash through that. Metal Gear and Ikari Warriors, huh? Now there's an interesting crossover, yeah? The determining factor in who's the greatest soldier ever is being able to throw dudes real good. I mean, yeah, Clark Still, he's or Steel. What is it? Is it Steel or Still? I feel like they've gone back and forth like 8 times. But yeah, Clark, he's pretty good at that. He's pretty good at that. He probably would win a bout of CQC with just about anyone. Hey, Campbell, what are we doing here? Nothing to inform you this time. Okay. To return the briefing menu, select abort mission from the pause menu. Alright. So I think he just wanted me to grab a couple more dudes here. That's fine. Anyone else look supple and ready for the grabbing? Maybe I'll grab just one more man. You're a man right here. Pretty average looking, but you know, might as well get you. I want to see a cutscene voiced by David Hayter where he's like, "My God, Otacon, that's Clark Still." He's so good at throwing dudes. I do hope with the revival of Metal Gear that we... Oh. With the revival of Metal Gear that we get more of wacky crossovers like we did in the past. I mean, there's more than even I looked at with the Ape Escape and Evolution Skateboarding. There's some other stuff that I want to take a peek at some point. Like Konami new Track and Field. Which has Solid Snake, Pyramid Head, and Sparkster, you know? And of course, like Dream Mix TV, where he fights against Optimus Prime and Megatron. I hope we get more of that, because I would like to see Snake in Metal Slug with the Ikari Warriors. I think that would be pretty funny. Anyway, we got some extra ammo. rations have been procured. Pretty impressive how many of your comrades can use CQC. Yup, see? Look! Look, it's all about throwing dudes. Let me explain close quarters combat. Do you have to? Managing your unit at the briefing menu, pay close attention to the CQC skill rank of your comrades. To check the CQC skills of your comrades, head over to manage. Yep, we got that. S rank indicates extremely high CQC abilities. Soldiers with an A rank, can't use the stagger technique. And B rank soldiers can only grab and throw opponents from behind. So that's something to keep note of. Don't go letting me see any C rank soldiers trying to use CQC techniques. They'll get their asses handed to them. Alright. New report from the spy unit. Already received an intel report from the spy unit we just dispatched. They seem to know what they're doing. You read the info by selecting report from the briefing menu. Go ahead and take a look at it. Alright. Supply depot. Map procurement. Sources indicate that a map detailing cargo shipment routes is located inside a warehouse in the supply depot. The warehouse is located behind a large building. The intel suggests that the map is available for procurement at any time. According to the report, there's a map of the supply depot. Yep, even though we were just there. Details how they get supplies unloaded at the harbor to the depot, which means it also shows how to get there from the depot to the harbor. So what do we do now, Snake? What do you think? We're heading for the supply depot. Roger that. Alright, going back to the supply depot. Sometimes the game makes you do that. Again, we'll see goofy things like this in future Big Boss sequels. Some of them far more annoying than this. According to the report from our spy unit, supply depot is mainly used to store supplies. Well, that's what a supply depot is for. Unloaded at the harbor, which means there must be a map somewhere in there that shows the transport route from the harbor. Yep. You already said this. Find that map. Alright, let's go. Select a large character and they just have the Anarchy Reigns rush forward and grab 2 dudes at once ability. That would be cool. Like, if they had like Vulcan Raven sized characters you could play as and like Vulcan. This is something I've said. I already know in these playthroughs I've said it, and I know I'm going to continue to say it, because it's like each game forward we get, it becomes more and more absurd, especially with the inclusion of multiplayer modes, which this game does have its own multiplayer mode. That they often just have, you know, regular dudes or customizable dudes or something, but they never get into they never use the opportunity that this is a game with characters like Vulcan Raven and characters like Gray Fox, you know, where there's all these like different sized and shaped characters. Like, this could have been, I hate to say it like this, but Metal Gear could have done like the Overwatch thing before Overwatch, where it's like, oh yeah, look, here, like, it's a shooter, but like this guy technically is using a sword the whole time, and like, you know, and they do it a little bit, they flirted with it a little bit, but they didn't even get to like Team Fortress 2 levels of like, oh yeah, there's a difference in like class and like abilities and stuff like that. It all just kind of was pretty minimal. I don't know. Again, even like Resident Evil Mercenaries has enough of a difference where, you know, certain characters in certain mercenary modes, it's like, are you even using the gun ever? No, you're just punching and kicking dudes all over the place. Yep, your weapon is bees and hornets. Anyway, it's very likely there's a map showing the route to the harbor. They keep telling us that. Kind of repetitive, but I get it, because again, they have to balance this game for if you just had a hard day at work and now you're taking the subway back, you know, and you're like, oh, what was I doing? Oh, that's right. Hey, let's member change and let's bring out Ocelot. So Ocelot, he's Ocelot, and he does have a unique animation. So we're gonna, oh, look at all the dust effect too. That's really nice. We're gonna yap a little bit while he eventually does that. But yeah, it's interesting, you know, because Ocelot here, I do have access to a single action army, but I can't like do his wacky techniques he does with it. I can't dual wield. Oh, here we go. Look at this nonsense. Yeah, I don't know why he does that. But as you can see, yeah, I don't believe I can spin it either, like I could in MGS3. I think it might ricochet bullets, but I don't really want to mess with that. And I do believe, yep, he gets this animation. And he gets his little Josh Keaton voice clips. Excuse me, I had a hiccup there. Ocelot continues to be a bizarre creature. It's true. Ocelots are pretty weird. They're basically house cats. There's a lot of wild cats that are basically house cats. Like servals. That's just a big house cat. Oh, look at that. There's an exploding barrel there. Like a door. Does that mean anything? I don't think it means anything. Huh? Hello. Don't mind me. House cats with a 10% chance of mauling you? I mean, that's just a house cat.
Just my imagination. Who's that?
I thought he was on the other side. Oh well.
HQ.
That's fine.
This is HQ.
No?
This is patrol. Enemy sighted.
No, you don't have to call everyone. It's fine.
Sending reinforcements.
Oh, hi. Whoop. Oh, right. We mash it. We mash it. We don't wiggle our stick to choke it out. We mash it. Yeah, every time I've seen a real Ocelot or again like a real serval, I'm just like, oh, a cat. But, and you know, sometimes I see a tiger and I'm like, oh, look at that cat. Like, that one's a little dangerous.
This is HQ.
This is patrol. We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
Oh no.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby.
Yep, I'm still nearby. Putting a dude in your spy unit, the first thing he does is walk up to an enemy and lock eyes with them. Listen, you gotta assert dominance, okay? Go ahead, open it.
Freeze.
Yeah! Little voice clip there. I like that. I like that the unique characters do get their own voice clips for these things. Except I don't know where this map is. There are some items marked, however,
HQ.
because of our spy unit.
This is patrol. All clear.
Understood. Return to your position.
No, that's... Oh! Alright. See if I can't sneak a little. Oh, which way you going? Hey. No, do I have my... No, I don't have my gravity squeeze. Come on, come on. There we go. So, you don't have to be right next to a guy to CQC. You could be a little bit far away, which is nice. Ah! There's our secret document. We can tell because it's in a distinctive, secretive box. Secret doc. Mission complete. Now get your ass out of there. Cougar, Lynx, Ocelot, Serval. That's how you put them in tiers. I'm a little worried by your assertion that Cougars are top tier, knowing some of the things, Corin, that you've said before. But I did watch last night. I saw it explained to a Japanese English bilingual VTuber what someone meant when they called her a cougar, and it was pretty funny. It was a fun little little interaction. Gotta love the digital age for moments like that. Anyway, we got a map about the peninsula. We now have the location of the town, the rail bridge, Soviet security base, and the harbor. Just as we suspected, the map shows precise routes to and from the supply depot. I guess it was worth the trouble after all. I'll say, now all we have to do is head straight for the harbor. At least, I wish it were that simple. Why? What's the problem? To get to the harbor, we have to pass over the rail bridge. But that bridge has been closed off and turned into a checkpoint. How do you know? A supplement to the mail lists the rotation schedule for the soldiers manning the checkpoint. Checkpoint, huh? That could be trouble. Is there a way to get around it? As you can see from the map, the eastern half of the peninsula is divided from the western half by a river. We want to get to the harbor by truck. The only way is to cross over that rail bridge. So, not only are we cut off from the harbor, we can't get to the east side of the peninsula at all. Is there any way to break through the checkpoint? Can't say for sure without actually scouting the place, but I bet the checkpoint will be heavily guarded. Busting our way through probably isn't an option. Damn. At any rate, let's start by getting a feel for the situation at the bridge checkpoint. Then, we'll talk about getting through. A new report has arrived from the spy unit. Successfully persuaded the prisoner Sunfish. Sunfish has joined our squad. How delightful. Let's save